Nanotechnology and neuroscience, two separate and distinct but inherently multidisciplinary fields, are flourishing here at Penn because integrating knowledge is in our DNA. In fact, the interdisciplinarity expands geometrically when these two fields unite, where nanotechnology devices are used to help us understand brain function. In a different sphere, from communications to medicine, high-energy physics to business, we are generating vast amounts of information. All of us are contributing to this. Research at Penn tackles problems that are both enabled by and challenged by this flood of data. For example, investigators explore social networks, think Facebook and Twitter, and molecular patterns inside of materials, combine this understanding together to help to understand how brains function. So these examples have all involved multiple disciplines, which is not an accident. This is because this is where new knowledge arises. On another front, our recent investments in infrastructure position us not only to continue to push the scientific frontiers moving forward, but also to facilitate the translation of discovery to impact through commercialization. Two recent examples are the Smilo Center for Translational Research and the Singh Center for Nanotechnology. Not only do they provide cutting-edge facilities and infrastructure, but are also collaborative spaces where researchers work together. The untapped potential of ideas that arise from the confluence of great thinkers connecting across boundaries, supported by outstanding facilities, and now with PCI, forging new mechanisms to facilitate partnerships, makes this an exciting time, exactly the right time, for Penn to expand its impact in Philadelphia, in the region, and in the world. So once again, welcome to the celebration of PCI this evening. I invite you today to learn more about PCI in the networking reception. And now, I'm very pleased to introduce, celebrating her 10-year anniversary, the president of the University of Pennsylvania, Amy Gutman.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Dawn, and thank you, John, for all you're doing. It's always a pleasure. I'm going to begin by just welcoming my friend and the incomparable Mayor Michael Nutter back to our Penn campus. You'll hear from Mayor Nutter in a few minutes, but when I welcome Mayor Nutter back to our campus, I'm always reminded of the fact, and it is a fact because he would say it if I didn't, that Michael Nutter is so supportive of Penn as mayor, and we have such a great partnership that he actually spends more time now on Penn's campus than he did when he was an undergraduate. So let's hear it for Michael Nutter. Seriously, we have amazing support from the mayor, and I am thrilled to be here to help launch our Penn Center for Innovation. And thank you, John, for welcoming us so heartily. And let's hear it for John's team at the Penn Center for Innovation, because they've really done a great job. So, if I were to tell you of an initiative that returned 600%, over 600% over the past 6 years, I think everyone here would have the same reaction. Where do I sign up, right? 600% growth in 6 years. Well, I do know of that initiative, and it's the one we're very proud of at Penn, and the one that we're launching today's future. It is the Penn Center for Innovation has, under a different name, it's now going to grow even bigger, but over the past 6 years, we have been investing our energy, our expertise, and our enthusiasm into moving Penn innovation forward, Penn discoveries forward, Penn commercialization forward from lab to marketplace. And the results have been nothing short of spectacular. And the great news is that there's much, much, much more to come. But the 600% is not a number I just drew out of the air. It is a fact that our commercialization agreements at Penn are up over 600%, from 46 to 327 in the last 6 years. That's an amazing fact, and it's worth a round of applause. And at the same time, the number of Penn startups has more than doubled. We are successful in large part because we have what is worth calling the unique Penn advantage. Simply put, everything is nearby and everyone interacts. Think about that. Everything is nearby and everyone interacts. Penn exists on a compact, contiguous campus. You're never more than 15 minutes away from any of your colleagues or any of the university's state-of-the-art resources, and we are expert at cross-pollination. We are importantly collaborative. We celebrate teamwork. And we're an integral part, a central part, if you will, of a great city, of the great city of Philadelphia. Penn research crosses boundaries. You heard it from Dawn. And we cross them much more easily and more fluidly than at our peer institutions. Of course, we have no peers, but never mind. Penn also cross-pollinates. And by that I mean we're in the habit of seamlessly assembling multi-layer expertise from across disciplines, biology, chemistry, physics, you name it, we do it, and we do it not only with the sciences, but with the nanosciences and engineering, with the biomedical sciences, with business at Wharton, with communication at Annenberg, with nursing at nursing, and you just keep going. There are 12 schools and 5 resource centers, and each one of them gets stronger because of what I call cross-pollination, the technical term being interdisciplinarity, but cross-pollination is much more vivid. Proximity matters. It makes possible the fundamental approach that defines innovation at Penn. Teamwork is key. Just 2 weeks ago, we inaugurated our Pennovation Works campus. That's located on the eastern bank of the Schuylkill. Remember that term. It's called Pennovation Works. South Bank is out, Pennovation Works is in. The Pennovation Works campus is being repurposed with the idea of teamwork foremost in mind. Again, thanks to Mayor Nutter for helping make that possible. Thank you very, very much. And thanks to an amazing team here at Penn. We have the best team of any university in the world. So in that very same spirit, our new Penn Center for Innovation that we inaugurate today embraces collaboration and teamwork as its organizing principles. These projects, all of these projects, are coordinated efforts. They're part of a multifaceted plan to advance innovation at Penn. Innovation is the key to new products, new processes, new opportunities, and sometimes new industries. Remember, the first multi-purpose electronic computer, ENIAC, here at Penn. The computer revolution ensued. We are, unlike in those days where we invented something and then moved backwards in not supporting all of what ensued, we are here to discover in the basic research of our faculty and to enable our faculty and industry to walk the walk, as well as talk the talk, and make a difference in the world. We have all of the basic ingredients, and we have it in our DNA to do teamwork, collaboration, and remember, our founder, Ben Franklin, he not only discovered the electrical properties of lightning, but then he went and he created the lightning rod. Our sponsored research funding at Penn last year alone is more than $836 million, including more than $75 million in specific and applied funding from the commercial sector. Our biomedical facilities are, by their size, the most visible part of research and discovery at Penn, and we're very, very proud of them. But they are by no means the only part. We are home in important fundamental research. We are the home. And those areas are as wide-ranging as personalized medicine, veterinary medicine, vaccine discovery, nanotechnology, big data, and sustainable energy. So today we celebrate not the past or even the present, but the next steps. I'm so pleased to see so many friends of Penn, city leaders, visionary entrepreneurs, faculty gathered together with us here today. We know that innovation is fundamental to the future of Penn, and we are committed to this future 100%. We also know that innovation is fundamental to the future of our city and this country. So I thank you all for joining me and everybody here on our great team today to guarantee that the future of Penn and the future of Philadelphia is a future that maximizes innovation for the sake of social impact. Thank you all so very, very much. Thank you. Thank you. And now it's my great pleasure to invite one of Penn's favorite alumni to say a few words. He's a powerful advocate for innovation in Philadelphia. He is the mayor of all mayors. He oversees initiatives such as Startup Phil to help realize the city's vast entrepreneurial potential. He's an excellent friend. He's a great leader for Philadelphia. Please join me in giving a warm Penn welcome to our mayor, Michael Nutter.
President Gutman, thank you very, very much for that enthusiastic introduction. One of the reasons I'm always excited to be on campus is to experience many of the things that I didn't experience about 30 years ago. No, seriously, I grew up 20 blocks from here, and Penn clearly had a huge impact on my life at that time, but the intervening 30-some plus years has truly been incredible. But to think, as a kid from West Philadelphia, the honor of being accepted to the university and then having all of these opportunities during my time as a member of City Council, but even now more directly as mayor, to be involved in this incredible institution, our own Philadelphia institution, our Pennsylvania institution, our U.S. institution, a world-recognized institution, and to be able to come on campus, participate in these kinds of announcements, have some role in a few of the things that happen. It's exciting, and it's at times kind of unbelievable. So, President Gutman, thank you always for the warm welcome back on campus. You saw that I have a new Penn hat. Just got that about 2 weeks ago. Now, so, I wear my Penn cap almost all the time. When you have a head like mine, you have to protect it in both the winter and the summer. From time to time, and I have to explain this to the president, from time to time, there are a couple other colleges and universities in the city of Philadelphia, and I've actually received some agitation every now and then, especially in the winter when I have these winter updates. And so if you see me with the cap of another school, just know that they've all sent me gear. They all really request that from time to time the mayor wears something else, but everyone knows where I went to school, the University of Pennsylvania. So, as President Gutman laid out, there are a number of folks who need to be thanked and recognized, and I certainly want to do the same. Craig Carnaroli, thank you so much for your leadership here as Executive Vice President. You heard from Dawn Bonnell, our Vice Provost for Research, and John Swartley, our Associate Vice Provost for Research and the Executive Director of the Penn Center for Innovation. Please recognize both of them. Young lady, I had a wonderful opportunity early on in our administration to work with Lori Ackman, Chief Operating Officer for PCI. Lori, congratulations on your work. Keith Marmer, Chief Business Officer and Deputy Director, PCI. Keith? There is, of course, the one, the only, the incomparable Ann Papa George, who takes care of everything. And thank you so much. And I'm pleased to announce here today that there's actually been a lot of discussion about this, and I'm pleased to announce that given that we're at the Penn Center for Innovation and we're talking about commercializing much of the research, I'm pleased to announce there will be a major prize from the city of Philadelphia to the first person who is able to commercialize a pair of socks that Mark Allen Hughes would actually wear. Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Allen Hughes, our professor of practice at Penn Design. You knew it was going to happen, just take it. On the city side, I get to do a lot of things, and I certainly get a lot of credit for things, but there are folks who really do the work, and our Deputy Mayor for Economic Development, Alan Greenberger, is with us, and Alan, thank you very, very much for your work. The Penn students who were out earlier, the a cappella group Off the Beat, I want to thank them for their performance and certainly for that quite unique version of my official walk-on music, which of course is Sugar Hill Gang's Rapper's Delight. And we did lose a great person in Big Bank Hank. For those of you who don't know him, you can just Google him. Today has been a most exciting day in the city, and often folks talk about triple Ps, and it's been kind of a triple P day today for us. Early this morning at the Art Museum, I had the opportunity to announce that the Pope is coming to Philadelphia next year. At Community College early this afternoon, we released our second report on poverty reduction here in Philadelphia, making gains in that regard. And then here at the end of the day, I get to be at Penn. What a great, great way to conclude this portion of the day. Proud to be back for this announcement, and certainly, as the President laid out, not only personal history, but Penn is a part of Philadelphia's and the world's history. Just as Philadelphia was the original startup city, creating the world's most audacious startup, the United States of America, the University of Pennsylvania was also the nation's first university and therefore the first hub of innovation. The President made mention of this young man. This innovator was a great Philadelphian, a sometimes Bostonian, but we claim him, Ben Franklin, will always be in the hearts and minds of Philadelphians for so many, many reasons. But even more exciting than our shared history is what's really happening in Philadelphia right now, right in front of our eyes in regard to business growth, economic development, and innovation.